Tell him what he's supposed to do with it. Shout! Shout! Eddie! Shout!
Doing very well. And here, first of all, is the man England will be aiming to beat several times tonight. Raymond Zender, the 26-year-old goalkeeper from Luxembourg. He's won 10 caps for his country, but he's an amateur, a chauffeur by profession. Let's look then at the England side that hopes to give Zender a bit of backache tonight. Two changes yesterday from the chosen England team. John Gidman of Aston Villa comes in for his first cap in place of the injured Dave Clement. And at number 10, Trevor Francis gets his second cap because Dennis Stewart failed a fitness test. It's a team designed for attacking football, but this then is the Luxembourg side against them. And only 4 of the Luxembourg side are professionals. Pilot, the number 5, plays in the Belgian 3rd division. Brown at 9 and Doucier at 11, both useful professionals in France. And Philippe at number 10 is an experienced man, the 4th professional. He plays in the Belgian 2nd division. Luxembourg's last win in an international match was away back in 1973 against Norway. Let's have a look then at John Gidman in his first England shirt. A marvellous sight for all Aston Villa fans, an attacking fullback who might well have quite an influence on the game. Also from the Midlands, Trevor Francis of Birmingham City, and we look to him to get amongst the goals tonight after a rather disappointing first cap against Holland. The referee tonight, he comes from Malta. He's Mr. Paul Bonnet with 2 Maltese linesmen to assist him, and the Wembley crowd now looks forward to a night of attacking football. I wonder if they're going to get it. So here we go then. Luxembourg, a false start. Well, conceivably one of the Luxembourg players in the England half of the field before the ball was played. And Luxembourg then kicking off and attacking the goal to our left. But let's get one thing straight right from the start. They are, I would think, the weakest nation in Europe so far as football's concerned. A mixture of lawyers, steel workers, civil servants, a mechanic, as well as those 4 professionals I spoke to you about. And really, England should win and must win handsomely tonight. A lot will depend, of course, on the attitude of the Luxembourgers. If they come here determined to bring 9 or 10 men back in defence, then, of course, it'll be extremely difficult for England. There's Nico Brown, the number 9. In fact, the man who scored the only goal for Luxembourg against Italy. in a 4-1 defeat in Luxembourg. Here's Pio, their very experienced captain, 36 years old, and Dave Watson back to Ray Clements. It's a night when England have got to show their attacking flair and their ability coolly to take every chance that comes. Joe Royle right up there, heading it on well towards Shannon. But the red shirts were back in some strength. Here's Keegan for England. Chances must be made, and chances have got to be taken. Well, a great break there by Trevor Francis, but Pilo was in very coolly getting it away. Shannon's another man who's got to find the firepower tonight. Gidman getting plenty of work in these opening minutes. Now finding Trevor Francis. Good floated cross to the far side there. Royle is right up there. Dave Watson in there. A little chip by him. Keegan! The goal England wanted. Gidman. Keegan. Shannon. And now Trevor Francis. Here's Cherry coming forward again. Trying to rifle one in there, but Pilo came out quickly and then lost the ball himself. Here's Keegan once more as England take it up. Shannon. Just wouldn't go for him. Shannon with another chance now. One of the Luxembourg players down injured there, as you could see. Keegan up there with a header. It might come through this time for Joe Royle. Down he goes, and Pilo gets it away. Kennedy now with a shot, charged down once more, and somehow Luxembourg scrambled that away for the corner. Pilo right in the middle of it, doing a lot of organising, a lot of shouting. But England now can organise themselves for this corner to be taken by Trevor Francis. Keegan. Francis. And straight at Fandel. It's an England throw. It's with Kennedy. Gidman. Playing it back a long way to Hughes. The crowd not happy with that. Quietened down a lot after that start. Here's Gordon Hill. Perhaps he can rouse them again. Well, it's another corner. Zwang, Jean Zwang, also played as a professional in France. 8 caps for Luxembourg. So Trevor Francis again with the corner for England. A little higher this time towards Dave Watson. It hits it straight back across the goal. Di Domenico. Inside for Fandel. Given away badly though to Kennedy. Here's Gidman. They've pulled a lot back now. Cherry. England have patiently got to find a way through. Hughes. Chipped in this time for Keegan. A good piece of running by him and a good ball from Hughes. Royle up again there. Oh, and knocked over the top by Gordon Hill. That was much better though by England because they patiently built up that attack, and it was a lovely ball there by Hughes through for Keegan, who'd run so well. A nice turn and a cross. Up goes Royle again, and Hill over the top. Shannon to Hill. Running Fandel again. But a bad cross. Well, we're nearly half an hour into this game, and England just that one goal to show for it. Talk earlier this week of maybe getting into double figures. If that's going to happen, the action has got to flow pretty fast from now on. Kennedy, Keegan. That's another corner. Keegan's corner. Royle trying to turn it back again. Hughes. Was forced back there by Dussier. Royal turning it down for Francis. Tackling well, they're tackling quickly, and in numbers at the back there, they are not too badly organised at the moment, Luxembourg. Half an hour gone, England leading 1-0. Kevin Keegan the scorer after 10 minutes. Royal's backward header. And Pilo gently back to his goalkeeper, Zender. Well, there might be a few worries there, and that bench, Don Revie in the centre. Doing a bit of shouting there, as you saw. Just this one goal to show for the first half hour. At the moment, a very laboured England performance again. Very anxious one, too. Well beaten there. Philippe trying to get away with it, but a foul on Mike Shannon, a free kick. It's Philippe, experienced midfield player, playing in the second division in Belgium at the moment. Hughes floating that free kick in. Royals up there again. Now Shannon. Well, what on earth? In fact, it looked so casual that I thought the whistle must have gone, but it hadn't, and I can't think why Mick Shannon was as casual as that when a really golden opportunity was presented to him. Here's Philippe as Luxembourg celebrate that escape. Zwang. They're giving the ball away often enough to encourage England, and now that's the way Shannon likes it. Watson playing it down for him like this. Will it come to Royal? Ball playing a few tricks there. Kennedy. Chipped in again by him. Francis. Again across there first time towards Joe Royal, and he couldn't get a clear header. Mon prevented it. So Francis with the corner. So Joe Royal on the line, marked by Mond, but still getting it back, and it was Pilo who got it away. Watson right in there. Keegan trying to turn quickly, but Zwang got it away. Sean Zwang, England's captain, Kevin Keegan, a little bit perturbed, I would have thought, by the lack of firepower and scoring power at the moment in his side. Cherry turning it back for Hughes. England pushing defenders forward in the hope of breaking through this defence. There's Trevor Francis, and his shot this time is wide. And there's the man we've got to beat. Not so much the goalkeeper at the moment, but the organisation of Louis Pilo, man who played here in 1973 for the Common Market 11 against England. Royal pushing the back, but not given. I think he was already falling, and in fact he may have got quite a knock on the back there. Brown playing it back to his goalkeeper. Royal again. Mond to Kennedy. Cherry. Keegan. Francis. Shannon to Keegan. Little touch again for Cherry. Again trying to blast it in there. Deflection, and never a moment's problem for Zender. Marg for Luxembourg. On for Brown. Making life a bit difficult there for Emlyn Hughes. He's a useful player, and here's Marg, who's also the secretary of the Luxembourg Professional Footballers Association. Hughes for England. Keegan coming a bit deeper. Only 10 minutes to go to half-time now. Shannon. And now Hill. Ends the cross. And who's there but that man Pilo again? Hughes. Francis turned it on well for Dave Watson. Long, high, accurate cross that time towards Joe Royal. Knocked down there, not quite for Shannon though. Royal getting in there again. Francis with a shot, a good 10 yards wide. Crowd getting just that little bit restless with England as well. They've come in enormous numbers again, although they've been disappointed for most of this season at Wembley, to support England, and they shouted them on in the opening minutes, particularly when Kevin Keegan scored. They've gone a bit quiet and a bit restless now. Here's Zender with the kick for Luxembourg. Kennedy. And now Shannon. Francis being forced wide again. That's a free kick. Jean-Louis Marg, the man who gave it away. 24-year-old lawyer against Trevor Francis. So Zender watching again as it's floated in once more, and Shannon made a good run for it. Just couldn't turn it back accurately enough. I must say, from both ends of the ground now they're beginning to chant Mariner, wanting Paul Mariner to come on to see whether the Ipswich striker can do something about this goal tally at the moment. England just that one goal ahead. Royals downward header. Now Cherry. Now Keegan. And now Francis. 7 minutes to go to half-time. Got it across well. Keegan tried so hard to get down, and Mond got it away. Marg versus Francis. And the Luxembourg defender wins. Hughes. Everything in that third of the field now. Hughes with that long one to the far side, and Royal got up, but not up well enough. Well, Don Revie said that if the goals didn't come, he would bring on Paul Mariner. And the crowd are anxious to see if that happens. Watson's header. Dominico beaten, and here's Royal. Watson. Kennedy. Hill. Keegan trying to get in there quickly to make one or two things happen the right way for England, but at the moment it's a very sad and sorry England performance. And again, there are several players who are not beginning to give England their club form that they seem to produce week in and week out. Gidman. Keegan doing a tremendous amount of work, so too is Cherry in the middle of the field. Keegan again. Almost being physically held back there by Brown. Finding Watson. Took the big defender to make the one goal that England have scored. Kennedy lifting it in once more, but not nearly enough guile or accuracy. Brown back for Marg. And this is a very worrying period of the game for England. He badly wanted to go in at least 2 or maybe 3 up. Just this one solitary goal separating them now with these part-timers from Luxembourg as we come to the last 5 minutes of the first half. Here's Nico Brown for Luxembourg. Dossier hustled from behind there, I thought unfairly, but the referee thought otherwise. And here's Hughes now to Keegan. Gidman. Well, he relishes the chance of coming forward. Royal playing it off again for Cherry. Well, there were plenty of defenders back there. They set out as though they weren't going to come to play a defensive game, but I must say in the last 20 minutes or so, the slightest hint of danger, they've pulled a lot back. Pilo thought for a moment putting that wide of his goalkeeper as well. Well, there's the England bench. Somewhere at the back on the between the second row, I just caught a quick glimpse of Paul Mariner. Gedman back to Hughes. Oh, and they've got a corner. Well, he's not had a lot to do, Ray Clements, but it still has not been a very good England performance so far. There's Brown, the number 9. Dossier coming towards him with a moustache, number 11. Swang, the number 6 up there, a tall player. Long, high cross there to test Ray Clements, and didn't find him wanting. Gedman galloping up that right touchline now for England. Shannon taking it nicely in his stride. And a good cross by him towards Joe Royal. Kennedy right in there, and can only play it back for Shannon. Hit in again by Shannon, knocked out by Pilo. Kennedy. Now can England get this second goal before half-time? Francis there. Knocked in once more there. Francis just over the top, and that really was very close. Well, England putting a lot of pressure there on Zender and the Luxembourg defence. Nice little touch in there. And Trevor Francis just over that crossbar. Certainly it's been a very anxious England performance in this opening 43 minutes as well. It's a match which by right against a team of part-timers they should have taken by the scruff of the net a long time ago. Now here's Roy. Just keeping his feet. And chipped a nice one back there for Gordon Hill. The ball's still in play. No, it's not. It's a goal kick to Luxembourg. Bonnet, the referee from Malta, wants the Luxembourg side to get on with the game a little bit. A look at his watch. Zender deciding he's going to take the kick now. And fighting Di Domenico. Brown. Dossier. This is Kennedy. And now Emlyn Hughes. Royal up. Shannon trying to take it on. Stopped by Pilo. Play on, an advantage played there by the Maltese referee. Here's Gordon Hill. Now plenty up for this one. Trevor Francis with the shot just over the top. Corner given. Well, that was a little better for England, but it's been very spasmodic. Just one goal and no more than 4 chances. Hill now then with this corner. Can't even get the corners over. Or maybe he'll get another chance. Maybe the Luxembourg defender, yes, he wasn't 10 yards away. So Hill hitting it in low. Off Joe Royal, goal kick. We're now playing extra time at the end of the first 45 minutes. Just to emphasise again that England have got to go hard for goals. Only one side from each group qualifies for the finals in Argentina, and it could well be decided by goal difference. The Italians very menacing, of course. They've got to come here later in the year. The Italian team manager, in fact, Enzo Bearzot, is here tonight and must be quite slyly smiling at this pouring the performance that's produced just that one goal as the half-time whistle goes. Just one goal from Kevin Keegan after 10 minutes, and boos for England at half-time. One goal, 4 chances, but a shabby, disorganised first half by England against this team of part-timers. Kevin Keegan's camel hair coat going down the other side. Yes, I don't think he's out of the tunnel, yeah. So there's the sight that a lot of England fans wanted at the start of this second half. Paul Mariner of Ipswich Town, number 16, showing you the shirt, and the referee is on for Joe Royle. Don Revie, the man who's made that decision at half-time, and I would have thought a very worried man by that England performance in the first half, leading Luxembourg, the team of part-timers, by 1-0. The same Luxembourg team that went to Finland earlier in the World Cup and were beaten 7-1. Well, England have left themselves with a lot to do in this second half. And now attacking the goal to our left. Now will Mariner make the difference? Dossier for Luxembourg, who've come, and after an initial period of coming out and attacking England a little bit when they had the opportunity, have really settled now for solid defence. Keegan. Played in there again. And England, who became very dispirited towards half-time. If only they'd had a little bit of luck in that opening quarter of an hour when they scored their goal, and indeed might have had another one, or maybe 2 more. They could have settled down, played the ball around a bit. There's Mariner. Instead of that, they've looked aside, filled with panic and filled with anxiety, snatching at the chances that come their way, as Trevor Francis did then. Brown getting there before Watson. Gidman. I'm a little surprised it's Royle who's gone off, with unless he's been injured. I'm surprised that Royle's gone off. I would have thought he might have been a fella still to have gone up and won things in the air and knocked them down, maybe for the likes of Keegan, if they'd pushed Keegan forward. Well, we shall see. Shannon to Hill. That's an obstruction, surely, but not given. It's a throw to England. Shannon. Hill taking it to the byline, getting it across well on the far side. Now Gidman trying to blast it through there, and it hit the goalkeeper's knees. Mariner trying to make a few things happen. A little chip from Gidman there. Kennedy nodding it down. And Dossier for Luxembourg. Free kick. Fancy Dossier's making that more of a meal than it was. Referee being called over as well. And I think he's telling them to get the Luxembourg number 11 off. And clearly the Luxembourg side are saying, look, he's a darn sight more injured than that. But I think the Maltese referee suspecting there's a bit of time wasting going on, and he will have his way. So Dossier will be carried off by his teammates and the trainer. The crowd cheering them as they go. And for the moment, Luxembourg are down to 10 men. Pilo with the kick. Hughes beating Brown in the air. Kennedy. Keegan. So Fandel with the throw. And a chance for another one. Dominica having a battle there with Kennedy. A throw now to England. Well, the scoreboard showing that Wales are beating Czechoslovakia 2-0, so at least there's something for British football fans to cheer tonight. Now it's with Keegan. Hughes. Now will he rifle one in himself? No, playing it short here for Cherry. Now for Shannon, or for Francis rather. And they get it away quite easily to Watson. Gidman's throw. Watson there again, marking Brown. Dossier, who was injured a moment ago, back on the field. Dispossessed by Keegan. Here's Gidman. Now with Hughes. Now with Keegan. Kennedy. Back by Mariner there for Keegan. Obstruction there on Kevin Keegan, a free kick to England. Hill and Keegan over it. Hill's chipped to the far side. Kennedy was right in there. Oh, and a wild kick there by Shannon. Looks disgusted with himself. Well, it was floated over there by Gordon Hill. Kennedy played a part on the far side coming in. Watson was right in there, as you see, but it didn't come to him, and Shannon was, wildly off the target. Watson's header. And again. Gidman now. Making the quick break here for England. Francis on the far side. Getting past Marg this time. That looks much better there, and it didn't quite run for them now. Can Mariner turn it in? Oh, and a great save by Zender. Well, that brought a bit of pace and purpose about England coming forward, and it was Paul Mariner, the man who supplied it. Great run here by Trevor Francis, getting past Marg. And here's Mariner, turning, shooting, and a tremendous save by the Luxembourg keeper. Now Gidman. It'll come for Keegan. Maybe that'll lift England's spirits a little bit. Cherry. Well, there's no power behind that, and no semblance of a mistake from Zender. Kennedy, Hill. Ray Kennedy again, ball still in play. Mariner. Played back quite calmly to the keeper. By Zwang. Watson's header. Kennedy challenging and winning it. Hill. No free kick. Play on, says the referee. Vandel. But a fairly aimless ball there, straight to Emlyn Hughes. Here's Cherry. Keegan. Gidman. Keegan again. Played there for Francis. Gidman. Now to Cherry. Good position by him. Kennedy. Playing it across the face of that Luxembourg penalty area and finally getting the corner. Nobody able to make that final incisive pass that can mean so much. Dave Watson up on the far side. Despairing chant of England. England now coming up from around Wembley. As Francis now takes another corner for England. Zender safely gathering it from the challenge of Shannon. Claiming he got kicked on the head. And Cherry is determined to get in there and try and get the ball, but I think Luxembourg there deliberately trying to do a bit of time wasting, and the goalkeeper's down. Well, he's in a bad way. And the crowd feel that he's putting it on. Well, this is the incident. I think, in fact, my feeling is that Mick Shannon's leg might have caught him a bit after this as they fall. Now, does Mick Shannon, as he goes past him now, if we just keep going a second, well, that was ridiculous. Now, look at that. So now you know, and we know, even if, and I'm sure Mike Shannon knows, even if the referee doesn't, that Raymond Zender, the Luxembourg goalkeeper, is shamming. Well, the cry is coming up a bit early. What a load of rubbish, but it's beginning to be heard around Wembley with only 12 minutes of the second half gone. It's Marg. It's a free kick. Flighted in again towards Mariner. And a goal kick. The crowd not happy Again with this time Fandel. Going through all the motions as though he'd really been poleaxed there. But he's off the field, so it can't be any advantage to him to waste time, because the game will go on. It's with Keegan. Luxembourg still down to 10 men. Shannon. No doubt about it, as the longer they've gone on, Luxembourg holding England out and enjoying the night here at Wembley. Well, that was a foul on Gidman that time. The better they've got. Now it's with Hill. And it's a corner for England. Gidman on his feet again. And I fancy that Fandel will shortly be back, but here's Hill taking the corner for England. Hit a bit lower this time. Played in once more towards Mariner. Shannon couldn't get a shot in a clear one. Watson with a header. Keegan's in there too. Hill's in there too. And in the end it's Francis. Well, they've broken through again at long last. It was bobbing about there for a long time before Francis put that final touch to it. Keegan stretching and stretching. Hill with a little touch with the header. Francis coming in quickly, number 10. 2-0 to England. And from behind the goal as well. Shannon shot charged down. Watson's little header. And now one from Hill, until Francis saw his chance and seized it. Two-0 for England. 13.5 minutes of the second half gone. Now can they build something even now? Gidman, crowd right behind them again. Hill wanting the ball forward. Another goal very quickly after that one would really get them going well. But it's a goal kick. I must say the goalkeeper Zender still holding the back of his head. Maybe there was a contact there that I didn't see. Now it's with Gidman. Kennedy. Mariner's gone deep on the far side. And that's where Kennedy has aimed the ball, but Luxembourg got in there first again. Here's Keegan. Now can they harass this Luxembourg defence and find another 2 or 3 goals in the half hour that remains? Watson turning it in again. Shannon trying to control it. Back this time and wide by Kennedy. Mond getting in there, the tall number 4. Cherry nodding it on. And no advantage played to the anguish there of Mariner. Keegan's ball played through for Shannon. Back for Keegan again. Wide on the far side for Francis. Mariner got that second goal. Taking on his man and beating him with ease. There's a nice little cross coming in. Keegan's right in there. Kennedy's right in there. And he's kicked off the line. Right at the very last there by Pilo. Hill turning it back again, and Zender getting in just in the nick of time. Well, those two are at it again. Well, has the whistle gone? They've picked the ball up. If the whistle hadn't gone, that's got to be a penalty. And I think the whistle must have gone. Now, this is chapter 2 of Shannon versus Zender. Well, whatever there was, it was accidental on the part of Mick Shannon. Falling over the goalkeeper there. Hill with the free kick for England. Pilo getting it away, but not very far. Cherry trying to return it. Shannon's right in there. All the action now in that Luxembourg penalty area. And England looking just that little bit frantic. Francis turning that one in. Shannon couldn't quite get to it, and a goal kick. Still an enormous amount of anxiety about this England performance, but they're looking just that little bit more businesslike now in the Luxembourg penalty area. And very interesting the way that Trevor Francis twice now has skinned his fullback and got to the byline and got crosses over. Kennedy. Hill. Keegan. Hill again. Oh, is that a push? It's a throw. A throw to Luxembourg. Oh, Hill throwing the ball at Fandel. Fandel just shoulder charging him as he went by. There's a bit of niggle out there at the moment. That's got to be another throw. Brown's backward header. Keegan in quickly. Oh, nice bit of play by Keegan. Found us a bit of space there for Kennedy. That ball needed to be got in a lot quicker than that. And they haven't even got a corner out of it. Now Shannon. Penalty, surely. Not given. Oh, that looked a 100% certain penalty to me, that one. Well, judge for yourself now. I would have said pen. Watson. Mariner. Francis. Again, he's got past Marg. And the long cross comes in towards Mick Shannon. And for Kennedy, goal! 3-0. Minutes of the second half, and a few smiles now about England, and not before time. And again, it's Trevor Francis who has run his full back into the ground. Shannon up, the ball coming to Kennedy, and what about that for a nice placement just inside the post. Here's the architect. Lovely long cross. Shannon up, and Kennedy rifling it in. 3-0 for England. And still 25 minutes left. Brown on his way. Got a good bit of tackling back there by Francis. A little more relief there. A bit of squirming yet to be done, I would have thought, by Don Revie and Les Cocker on that bench. They want another couple of goals yet. It's a free kick to England. Marg and Philippe, the two Luxembourg players there. Calm down, says Philippe. Referee getting a yellow card out. There's the free kick. And a save by Zender. Well, he must have shown a yellow card to one of the Luxembourg players there. But he showed it so quickly that there's no way of knowing at the moment who he showed it to. Now it's Gidman. Now it's Keegan. Shannon. To England. Well, the last 10 minutes they've made up for things a little bit, but they've still got a lot of ground to make up. Mariner. Well, there's 1 against 1 now. Brown versus Hughes. Dossier coming hard into the middle. And if they find him, we could be in trouble. Kennedy there. And play on, yes, a good piece of play there by the referee. Allowing the advantage there in spite of the flagging of the linesman. Shannon across quickly. Much more purpose about England now. They've relaxed that little bit. Shannon curling it to the far side. Trevor Francis coming up quickly, trying to hit it low across that box. And it's a corner for England. So Francis with the corner. Keegan with a header. Oh, Watson almost got one in there. Kennedy was storming in there looking for a second goal for himself, but it's another corner for England. And now he's got to do a bit of organising, Louis Pilot. A few anxious faces now in that Luxembourg defence as Hill takes another corner for England. Driven much deeper that time. And it's across the line! Well, Shannon's the man who's claiming it. But whoever got it is number 4. Shannon the scorer. Hill's corner. A bullet header there from Mick Shannon. Did it cross the line? Yes, it crossed the line before Mariner could get in any case. Getting in well there, Shannon. And scoring a vital 4th goal for England. Three goals in the last 10 minutes have completely altered the complexion of the game now. And the cries of "what a load of rubbish" have been transformed to "England, England." Gidman. Keegan. Well, these part-timers who train twice a week for Luxembourg may be feeling the heat a little bit now in these this last third of the game. Still 20 minutes to go. Gidman. There's the cross coming in again, and it's Di Dominici getting it away, not very far. Keegan. Kennedy right in there. Piling on that pressure now, and they've got a corner. No, it's an offside and a free kick. Hughes, Keegan, Shannon, Kennedy, Hill, throw to Luxembourg. Feet high there by Trevor Cherry on the Domenico. Crowd shouting, "We want 5." Gidman. Francis done a tremendous amount of good work on that far touchline in this half. Shannon playing it in there for Cherry. Gordon Hill stopped somehow by Zender. Linesman's flag up offside. get the impression there could be more goals there for England. They can just keep their heads and play coolly and efficiently, because I think they're running out of steam a little bit, the Luxembourg side now. Cherry, Watson, Hughes, Keegan, Shannon, Francis. They've fed him well, and he really has taken every advantage of it. Brought down, free kick, right on the edge of the box. Dave Watson's come up on this side. You can just see him at the bottom of the picture. Near post ball there, and Mond hitting it to Watson. Kennedy hitting it back again across the face of that goal, and the linesman's flag is up for offside before Shannon can do anything about it. Free kick to Luxembourg. Well, Don Reeves had 2 5s since he took over as England manager. A 5-1 against Scotland here at Wembley, and a 5-0 against Cyprus. And he must be hoping for at least another 5 tonight. 4-0 at the moment. Oh, but here's Brown. Doucet out with him on the far side. That ball caught the back of Hughes, his legs, his heel. Shannon charging after Marg. Doucet. England throw. Francis. There he goes again. Mariner. Nice skill, no penalty. And Luxembourg bring it away again. Dresch, the long ball forward now for Brown, pulling away at Watson. Surely the referee's got to stop that. Free kick to England now. Hughes. Watson. And now it's with Hughes. Quarter of an hour to go. They've again brought everybody back, unashamedly. 10 are back now as Hill turns that one in and Pilo gets it away. Keegan to Hill. Keegan's got to go for that one. Hughes will get to it though. Trying to get a 1-2 going there. Francis snatching at it a little bit, and there's Pilo telling that Luxembourg defence to come forward again. They want to bring a substitute on. I think it's Orioli. Orioli, who's a forward, and it's Di Domenico who's going off. Kennedy, Shannon trying to turn his man. Hill, who's had a very muted game indeed after 1 or 2 flashes early on. Orioli. And a throw to England. Hill. Well stopped again by Fandel. I think Hill's finding it difficult going down this side of the pitch, which is notoriously difficult for wingers. The old Speedway track used to be. A throw to England. Trevor Francis getting to the byline again. A good cross there, just a fraction too high. Keegan turning it in. Shannon trying to make something of it. Cherry over the top. Paul Mariner so very, very close to his first goal for England. Again, Francis got beautifully to that byline. Mariner just couldn't quite get to it. Keegan turned it back. Shannon couldn't turn it in. And Cherry in the end turned it over. Watson's header, powerful, finding Shannon. All nicely played there for Paul Mariner. Mond at him, and a goal kick. Kidman up well. Mariner. Now Pilo. Brown. Turned back by Watson now for Hughes. Keegan wanting it and getting it. To see Keegan push right forward in these last 10 minutes or so. Kennedy's up there. Oh, Cherry hadn't quite got the control to make the most of that one. Kennedy again, sweeping it wide this time for Shannon. Now will he take him on? No? Yes, he will. Trying to get to that byline again. Does so beautifully, and Hill's header into the side netting. Now, has he given a penalty? He's given the penalty for the foul on Shannon. Well, that was a surprising decision. It certainly surprised Luxembourg, and you can see Marg there. Can't believe it. But that ball is on the spot, even though a Luxembourg player has kicked it off the spot. And 10 minutes remain, and there's a lovely chance now for England to go 5-0 into the lead. So it's Shannon who's going to take it. Now, Shannon against Zender. Now, will it be 5 for England? It's down to Mick Shannon. And it is 5. The arms go whirling. Don Reevy down there at the centre line, calling somebody to him, as Shannon now takes this penalty again. Slotted beautifully there to make it 5-0. Don Reevy, in fact, having a word here with Kevin Keegan. And it's suddenly come right for England after that depressing first half where they scored just one. And there are still some 9 minutes left. We want 6, say the crowd. Kennedy. We're going to regard ourselves as a top European footballing nation. We should be getting 5s and 6s against the likes of Luxembourg. Population of only 380,000, some 16,000 footballers in their land. It's a very limited choice. And for a long time they defended well and they worried the life out of England. But now here's Mariner. Shannon's up there in the centre if he can get past Pilo. Pulled it back well, and he's got a corner for England. So Mariner getting into that 6-yard area. Francis to take another corner for England. Pilo desperately trying to organise his men. And England looking for goal number 6. Watson ups for it. He's there with Orioli, the substitute. And a header from Kennedy, not a very good one. Watson's header. Pilo. And now Hill taking it from Kennedy. Back for Ray Kennedy. Now for Watson. Oh, nicely ball played there for Watson. Hill, the cheeky little one. Oh, and he went across the top of the crossbar. Tried a cunning little piece of skill there after a beautiful ball from Dave Watson. Just look at this ball from Watson. Played superbly there for Gordon Hill. Just a little too cheeky, if that can be a fault. It's so unlucky. Gidman playing it for Keegan. Back for Hughes. They're tired now, Luxembourg, and it would be a good thing for England if they could take at least one more goal off them in the 5.5 minutes or so that remain. Keegan on the far side. The long cross again, Ray Kennedy there with a header and a good one too, and a complete miss kick there. And it's not away yet by any means, and Shannon's right in there once more, looking for the hat-trick and not quite getting it. There was a chance there for England. Back over his head, Shannon right in there. Pushing the back. On Trevor Francis, free kick to England. Already taken. Gidman. The chip for Hughes. Trying to get a 1-2 going. Hughes right in there. Gidman. Just 5 minutes to go now to Francis, rather. Shannon. Straight back in there by Francis. Out to Hughes. Kennedy. Hill. Given to Kennedy again by Fendel. Pilo's header. 36-year-old really beginning to feel the pace now, I think, Pilo. He's virtually stationary at the heart of that Luxembourg defence. Kennedy. Waiting again for Shannon. Mond there attacking Shannon. Free kick. It wasn't Mond, it was Dresch, and Dresch gets the yellow card. Well, there was a third earlier in the game. The other yellow card that had been given had also gone to Dresch. Oh, it's a red card, so it must have been a yellow card that he had earlier. And 2 yellows, that equals 1 red, and Gilbert Dresch is sent off. Well, I must say I feel a little sorry for him. They were 2 fairly innocuous. He's saying 2 yellow cards, he's got to go off. I've already given him 1 yellow card. The referee explaining there to the Luxembourg defenders, well, he's a very unlucky young player to be sent off at Wembley in an international for 2 fairly innocuous challenges like that. But back in play, and a corner for England, or has it been taken too quickly? Confusion all around. Dresch, in fact, still walking off the field. And I think a lot of sympathy goes with him. A few boos from the crowd, but Hill trying to drift one in there. Not a very good idea. So a matter of 2.5 minutes left. Luxembourg down to 10 men. England with 5 goals to the credit. Mariners up there. Hill now. Kennedy. Hill. Crossed in once more. Fandel's there. Shannon. And another throw to England. Quickly taken by Shannon. Back to Hill. Now to Shannon again. Oh, tried to obstruct him and he got to the byline, but it's a little too close to goal. But is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick. So important if they can for England to squeeze just one more goal from this qualifier with about 1.5 minutes to go. Mond turning it back. Zender safely catching. Mond is down and writhing in agony now, but the referee just took one glance at him and no more. Now he's decided that the trainer should come scuttling on. Take the time off. You saw Kevin Keegan there going across your picture to the referee saying, make sure you add on a bit of time for that, ref. It's Gilbert Legrand in the raincoat there, the Luxembourg manager, a Frenchman. Steel worker, in fact he does an early morning shift, 6 till 12 in the morning, so that he can look after the affairs of Luxembourg football in the afternoon. So Mon's all right. Gidman. Trevor Cherry losing out there. Watson just poking it out. Well into injury time now. England desperate for this one more goal if they can get it. Keegan playing it wide for Gidman. Here's the cross. No, it's not. Now it's coming in there. Hit low this time towards Mariner. Can Mariner turn it back? He turned it back well, but there was nobody there just to touch it in. In fact, the linesman on the far side was flagging for an offside against the Ipswich striker. A free kick to Luxembourg. And you're left with a thought, if only England could have found the fire in the first half that they found rather belatedly in the second, there might have been 3 or 4 more goals to their credit. Don't think Ray Clemence has had a shot to save in the second half. But here's Brown, stopped by Watson. Throw to Luxembourg. Keegan there this time. They back now to Hughes. Building up slowly, laboriously. The referee is about to blow the final whistle though. And there it goes. England have beaten Luxembourg by 5 goals to 0. 2 of them to Mick Shannon, 1 to Kevin Keegan, 1 to Trevor Francis and 1 to Ray Kennedy. So their goal difference has been done a bit of good in this World Cup group. But have they done enough? Well, we shall have to wait a few more months to know that. I think England, if only they could have played in the first half as they did in the second, it might have been 3 or 4 more to that tally. It was a really depressing and dreadful first half by England. It picked up with those 3 goals in 10 minutes in the second half. And in the end, looked reasonably respectable overall. Don Revie in the centre of it all, his arms round Trevor Cherry. Very relieved, I would have thought, after the way his forward struck so well in the second half. Well, we shall be taking a short break now, and after that break we'll be talking to Don Revie to get his views on this latest England performance and to get the views of our panellists Jack Charlton and Duncan McKenzie. We'll be right back with that.